here today, everybody. We're gonna need a coat too. So, what's happening, guys? Did you miss me while I was at my event yesterday? We didn't go live, right? Did you miss me at all? No? Nobody missed me? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We had a great time at the event. London shifted more candles than any event we've ever been to yesterday. So, awesome time. Really worth going there and having a fun day. Just being out all day in the sun. My neck got so red yesterday being out in that sun. Even though we were underneath the tent, it was still a little bit warm. So, let's get out here, guys, and we'll do something cool. We're gonna use our dioxazine purple today, which looks kind of like this guy. Just like that. Make sure you guys hit the share button. Make sure you like the live. Make sure you're tapping on the screen. Make sure you give me a follow. If you've never followed me before and this is your first time watching, you're in for a treat. I'm going to show you literally every single step except for putting on the clear. You can already see the canvas has some glare on it because we've already put on the clear coat. Now, I teach the wet on wet technique. Hi, my name's Paint Josh. We teach the wet on wet technique, meaning we take wet paint and we apply it to a wet surface. Now, I'm going to do a portal or two, maybe two portals on this painting. So, we're going to need our Madder Carmine color from the Meaden set, along with the Bob Ross paints. A little bit of Winsor Newton, probably. I have some brown Winsor Newton on my palette over here, and then the Gamblin 1980 black, the ivory black, and the dioxazine purple. So, excuse me, if you've never seen a double portal painting, on a 20 by 24 inch canvas, we're going to use a 14-inch pan lid and a 12-inch cake base. Right? This is just a cake round that you normally put cakes on. You can get these at Michael's. This, you got to get yourself, right? Now, that's a cool looking scene right there. So what I want to do is kind of imagine where I need to place my color around this so when it actually takes off and we hit it with that white paint, it's going to look really cool. Okay, so first things first, we have to cover our canvas with some color. Let's start with our lightest color, which would be the Madder Carmine or your Bob Ross Crimson. Same color, it's just the Meaden paint is a little bit more crazier, right? A little bit more vibrant in its color, and it stretches much further, right? So we'll put a little bit of our crimson up there. Maybe we'll put some down around the bottom. Thank you for that. I appreciate you guys so much. Seriously. Kind of hungover this morning. Well, this evening. It's still morning to me. I only woke up a couple hours ago, but look at that. That's going to be cool, right? Maybe we'll take one more little bit, pop it in over here. And why not? One over here too. Just a little. Maybe eventually we might hit it with our paint. You can see we've got our 4 splotches of color. So now let's go into our blue. This is the Prussian blue. Right? We don't need a whole lot of it. You can go straight onto your brush with the other color on it. It's going to help it make a purpley mix for us. It's going to be gorgeous. Right? In between our crimsony areas, we put a little bit of blue, maybe let it roll down through the top portal bit. Maybe have some down here. And then we'll go purple, guys. We'll go purple everywhere. It's going to be fantastic. So we'll take our dioxazine purple straight onto the brush. No washing. All right? Now, the dioxazine purple is a very thick color, so you only need a little bit. And then you got to spread it out, because if you have too much of it, boy, oh boy, you're just not going to like it. I'm telling you now. You know what? Let's pop a bit of crimson right in there too, just to have a bit of different color. We never know what's going to happen in these portals until we get to them. All right, let's put that purple along the bottom. There. That's cool. I like it. I like it, right? Who knows what it's going to look like before we get there, right? Nobody. So let's go take this brush. We'll wash it all off, get all that purple and crimson and blue paint out of there. And then we'll be all set-a-risky, you guys. So you got to check in and tell me where you're watching from. What's your favorite sandwich? Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. What a day. What a day. Start to the day. Okay, let's get over here. We've got all of our color across our canvas everywhere. So now all we have to do is put our pans up there. Make sure that our brushes are within reach, okay? Make sure your brushes are within reach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my fan brush and I'm going to set my 2-inch brush right on top of my palette. And I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to make it very close to me, because once these pan lids go up, you cannot move them until you're finished. So make sure everything is within reach, okay? Within reach. What's a GA club on wheat? What is that? I know I asked you your favorite sandwich, but a GA club? I've heard of like a club sandwich before. What is a GA? Somebody, come on, give me the answer. Now it's the only thing I can think of. What are you talking about? A GA club? I don't understand. I like a spicy Italian for me. Spicy Italian. That's my favorite. Now we're gonna come over here. We're gonna take our guys. We're gonna place them and push them against the canvas. Okay. This is gonna be sketch. Okay. Now once we start, you cannot move the brush. Let's go around here. Let's pull it down. Down. There we go. All the way around. I don't need there to be a ton of color. I don't need there to be too much of anything. Because all we're going to do with this color is blend it out. Right? That's all we're going to do. We're going to blend it out. Just like that. And we should see all those different colors through this mixing with all those guys. So we'll go back into our white. Start over here. Around the edge. Remember, this guy doesn't need to be too crazy. Just like that. Now, we're going to drop out the big one. Okay, and just put a very, very, very small line. Just an indication, right, of where our two portals are going to sit. So, we've got a 12-inch and we've got a 14-inch portals. It's taking up a lot of room. Look at all those different colors around there. Isn't that the cutest, guys? Isn't that just the cutest? Dropped everything. Now, we're going to come up here. We're going to grab it. Take it away. Grab it. Take it away. Away. Right? The more you can soften this part right here and pull it out into some aurora or some aura around the moon, the cooler it's going to look. Now, you don't need it to be too big, right? So don't have too much paint on there and don't pull it out too far, but you can have a little bit of an aura around your scene like that. Very lightly, very lightly, very lightly. We don't need to have too much paint. I've done them before where we put way too much on and spread it way too far, and it gets way too bright. All right, so for this guy, let's leave him just like that. Now, let's come up in here. We're going to take that same brush, and here's where we're going to start rocking and rolling, you guys. Maybe we got a little poof of a moon right there, and maybe a little poof of a moon over here, too. We'll have a double moon, double portal, double moon 2 times today, you guys. 2 times. Okay, we're going to come back in there. We're going to mix it up. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up until it's nice and soft. You don't need it to be supremely bright white out there at this moment. Now what we're going to do is take our filbert brush, which looks very much like the tip of your finger. You can also use your finger and just make a little circle with your moon out there. But I'm going to show you a cool little way how to do it. All right, we'll pull down, pull down, pull down, just on the one side. So we just have paint on the one side of the brush, not the other side, just the one side. What is going on? Dude, we got another note, another violation notice on. Come on, guys. Guys, let me explain something to you, okay? You cannot use normal vocabulary on TikTok. You cannot say, hey, you're in it, right? You can't say, oh, you know, like there's so many things you can't say. So just pretend that if you're gonna watch my show and you're in the comments, just pretend like you're writing to a bunch of other 5-year-olds, right? And that way, all of us will use nice language, right? I mean, it's so funny too, because you can say the F word a million times in a row, but if you say one wrong thing, right, the robots will pick it up and they'll start to like bottleneck the live, so it won't have as many viewers in it, right? And we can't have that, guys, because I require reaching as many people as possible to be able to shift my paintings, find new homes for them, right, and keep me in business. So if you can, just pretend like you're talking to a 5-year-old. Anytime you're commenting or writing anything in the comments, you don't want to upset anybody else or anything like that. And it just helps me, right? You're hurting me if you're out there making bad comments and causing my live to be restricted. You're actually hurting me by doing that, right? So let's be nice, everybody. Just be nice out there. Now, we're going to come back in and we'll take our, yeah, that's crazy. Thanks, Visions by Mark. Appreciate you guys. So this one is $259 if you head over to paintwithjosh.com. It's the very first thing that you're going to see over there, right? Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna end the TikTok stream, because I do this every time we get a violation. End the TikTok stream. So if you're not following me now, follow me. Follow me, because we're gonna come right back live in another live, and you're gonna want to be able to see that, okay? So follow me now. We're gonna get up here and move it along for the YouTube crew, right? All we're gonna do is pop down, it'll come up. Look at that blue. Oh, the blue into the pinky color. Ooh, it's fantastic. That is fantastic. So like I said, we're gonna restart the TikTok stream. If you're not already following me, please follow me so you can come back and see just how gorgeous this painting turned out by the time we got done. Okay, so give you guys about 10 more seconds to follow me over there on TikTok. Refire it up. Right. We have a waterfall coming out of this one into some clouds of the next painting. Don't want to bring them too far underneath. But all you have to do, especially on a black canvas, is make a mess. Quite literally mess it up. Right? And then get back there and start to soften down your mess and turn it into a calculated mess. Right? Initially, it's just a random bit of stuff up there. And then all of a sudden, we start making it calculated, right? So we're gonna end the TikTok stream. We'll be right back, guys. If you haven't followed me already, be sure you do now. And we'll end it in 10, 9. No, we won't go that far. Everybody over on YouTube, make sure you like the video, right? Like the live show. That's all you gotta do. Hit the like button, right? So pull down the comments, like drop them down. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, right? And then we'll be ready to go again. There we go. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's go live. Cool. We're back. Man, that looks so pretty already. Yes! Man alive. Okay, where is... Oh, no. No! That's not possible. No. Dang it, you guys. Okay. So, since we did that event yesterday, and I took my brush kit, I buried my palette tool all the way in the bottom of the bucket. So we're gonna use a different one today. We're gonna grab, this is the Paint with Josh prototype palette tool that they had sent me before. So we're gonna end up using this guy instead of the black handled one. So, Paint with Josh, you can find those brushes on my website or Craft Ammo's website, CRAFTAMO. Over there, we're gonna mix up our crimson, black, and blue, just like that. Maybe a little more black, maybe a little more crimson, maybe a little more blue, and we're gonna mix it up, and mix it up, and mix it up. Right now we can't just take this very dark color and put it back there, because we're not gonna see it against all this black canvas. Right, so what we'll do is we'll scrape up a little bit of white, we'll work that white into the darker color to where we make a lighter gray version, right? We don't need it to be so bright, so we can very simply and easily grab some of that darkness and work it down into that pile, scrape it up. And now we got a different pile of paint versus our original darkness, right? So we'll come down into that little pile and we'll wiggle it right onto the Paint with Josh fan brush. Paint with Josh fan brushes make the most sharpest of all trees out there in the night. So if you don't have your Paint with Josh brushes, you better get them quick. I'm telling you, don't go side to side, don't go out of the portal, right? We don't need to go out, we just need to be in there and have that color kind of standing out up into those clouds, right? You have to project the distance, get up there, but don't come out of the portal, please. Don't do that. And all we have now is a little bit of force pushing back our clouds in the night, right? We'll come in here, we're gonna pop in a whole nother little cloudy mess right underneath that guy, okay? Then we'll come back with our 2-inch brush, push it down, kind of forcing that paint to flatten out, dragging it up a little bit, and then mixing up that cloudy mist. Seriously. Now you got a little bit of foggy mist kind of rolling through the night. Now, since we're doing a pinky, purpley, bluey painting, should we go purple grass or pink grass up here, right? Purple in your grass or pinky in your grass over here? What do you think? You tell me what we should do. We got pink, purple, pink, purple. You guys are awesome, man. Colorado, favorite sandwich is a PB&J, bro. What about a PWJ? Paint with Josh? Hey-o! Okay, let's go purple up here, and then we'll go pink in the front, right? We gotta alternate them. So we're gonna take a little bit of our white paint onto our Paint with Josh fan brush right here. Excuse me, Paint with Josh 1-inch brush right here. We're gonna go into our dioxazine purple. We're gonna wiggle it down, wiggle it down, wiggle it down. Now, the more purple that you have in there, the less you're gonna be able to see it, right? So let's come down here. Let's just say we start popping in a little bit. Little thing. A little old hill in the night. Right? Wherever you want it to be. Doesn't have to go side to side, but you just tap on it and roll down. All of a sudden you start to see some grass coming to life over here. The more we flatten off the bottom, the more it's gonna fix your perspective, okay? Never has to look all exactly the same. Now, what if we got a little bit of our liquid white in with that titanium white over here? Just like this, liquid white, titanium white. Let's come underneath. Let's leave some gap, right? Gotta leave a gap underneath there. Scrape it in, just a little line like that, okay? Now we're gonna come back with our 2-inch brush, and we'll pull down on this guy very lightly. I don't want the color to come all the way down here. I just want it to have a little shine. Just a little shine, just like we do our sandy technique all the time. Except we're not pulling as hard, right? We can very lightly swipe over, and now you got a bit of water right out there, you guys. It's looking pretty cool. Looking pretty cool, guys. So, remember, let's do this one more time. Everybody check in right now. Tell me where you're watching from around the world. Check in. I'm gonna come back here and read the comments. We'll see. We shall see. Where are you guys from? Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. We got Miami. Where's that? We got Oregon. I'm in Oregon too. Kansas City, Tennessee, upstate New York, Cleveland, Oklahoma, Michigan, Georgia, Mount Hood, Oregon. Let's see, I'm in Eugene over here. Canada, Texas, New York, Manchester, Texas, Atlanta. I like that. I like it. Upstate New York, Nebraska, Michigan, Rainsville, Alabama. Watching from Norway, watching from the North Pole. I like that. Hobbs, New Mexico. You guys are awesome, man. Sherwood. Watching from Sherwood Forest? Way over there where Robin Hood lives? Okay. Let's come in here and mix down our titanium white. Right? We know we have to have something falling out of our one portal and into our another portal. And you don't have to start from the very bottom either. Come up here where your water kind of is. Go over, down. All right, same thing. Turn the brush over, down. You guys see that? See the ferrule right here poking out? It's not letting my brush contact the canvas. There we go. Fall, fall. Right? How much do you want to fall out? How bright do you need your guy to be? As it comes out there and falls into the clouds beyond. Now, at the end of all these little L7 weenies over here, we got to take them and pull them to the side, pull them to the side, pull them to the side. That's it, literally. Don't do anything else, okay? Now, we'll come back over here. Let's mix up a bit more of our black mix because we need to have it. So we're gonna go very small amount of black, lots of crimson, lots of blue, and some purple over here. And that way, when we put on our crimsony, pinky, and purple highlights, if there is already purple in our base coat, it will help retain those purple colors, right? So, let's get out here. We're gonna grab our big old bush brush, right? The big old Paint with Josh bush brush. It's amazing. Whoop! Just like that. Dab right into the fat part of the pile. Into the pile. Do you see? Do you see? And then come up here and cut out some of that brightness, right? Some of the parts of the water. That way it'll look like the water literally fell around these bushes. And if we wanted to, we could dangle over a couple over our little portal. So it looks like they're gonna fall out, especially if they're out here in the front. Watch this. Just dangle down a couple little bits in front of that aura back there. And it'll look like your bushes are now popping out of your portal in the front. This is why we don't do anything in the back. We always stay inside in the back because you don't wanna look like it's coming out too far away. Let's get onto this guy with a little fan brush. All right, let's say, what if we, now, since we're in the foreground, we can pop up out of the portal, come down and live right there. Right there. Then, I'm gonna come in here and start tapping at this tree. Right, filling it in, extending, pushing away all that light color in the distance by filling it with all this black mix. Right, this deep, dark darkness is what we have to fill it with. And you gotta have enough paint there. When you start to brush it down, it starts to become a very flat pile. And then you will no longer have that texturous feel onto your stuff. Now, we don't have to go all the way down when we're doing a tree, okay? Because there's always some sort of bushy something or other at the the base, kind of falling out into the clouds. This is why we do the clouds on this one first, so you have room for stuff to fall, guys. Now, let's take our liquid white. All right, we're gonna go liquid white into some of that madder carmine color, and just again, popping it into the pile, not down here where we're loading it, right? How we do with our 2-inch brush and our 1-inch brush, right up here, that way. And come off of here. Little pinky little tappers. Woo! Just falling down. Don't try to cover every space. Please, please don't cover up every spot. Because if you do, you're gonna have the flattest, most depth-free bushes and stuff that you've ever seen, right? If anytime you cover up too much, instantly you don't like it anymore. Now, let's get a little bit more of our liquid white. We're gonna drop on, let's do one of each, right? Go into our blue color. Way up here into the blue again, like the flattest part of the pile, and maybe off of this little guy. Drop down a couple little blue little danglers. Ooh! Just falling down wherever we want them to be. It's up to us where they are. Just don't cover everything, please. Please don't cover it all. I'm telling you. Finally, things are working out. Do me a favor. Okay, now we'll go into our liquid white one more time. Go into the dioxazine purple over here, and again, into the fattest part of the pile. If you don't have enough paint, it will not come off the brush as easily as you want it to. There, look at that little guy. He's gorgeous. Okay, let's get over here, and let's get into our next painting underneath this paint. Get you guys a twofer over here. So while I'm doing that, you guys check in. I'm gonna clean off some brushes real quick. This painting's so hello. Yeah, it didn't even come through. I just literally looked. Melissa, thank you for your purchase of this painting. Literally. You are keeping my doors open. Every time you guys grab a painting, keeps the doors open, man. Okay, let me finish washing off a couple more of these brushes. You guys check in real quick, and then we'll come back, we'll find our purchaser, and we'll start to have a lot of fun. We'll have some fun out here, guys. That one, this guy. That's okay. Let's see. That. There, now we're only down to 2 dirty brushes. I can live with that. I can live with 2 dirties. That's okay. So, one more time, I'm coming back to read the comments right now. Check in, tell me where you're watching from. What's your favorite sandwich? Let me know. Type them in the comments below. In the comments below. Baradur. That's where you're from. You're watching from there. Melissa, I love it. Okay, Melissa, just give me the last 2 digits of your zip code, and then we can confirm. All right, Mississippi, BLT. Hi from Virginia, another BLT. Oregon tuna, I like that. I love a good tuna sandwich. Arkansas, Wisconsin. Let's see. Boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. Just double checkarooski. That's you. Right there, man. That's wicked. Thank you, Melissa. We appreciate you. So, nope, it's not that one. It's the other one, guys. It's not that one. It's Melissa. Where'd she go? Where did she go? Holy shoot, that's awesome. Yep, that's our girl right there. Melissa, thank you for your purchase of this one. It literally came out of me. And now we're done. Okay, good night. See you guys later. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. Let's come in here and mix up a little bit of the bottom of that waterfall, just so it looks like it kind of flows into a cloud. Beyond. Oh, you guys. Oh, you, okay. New idea, a little different idea over here. We're gonna come over here with a little bit of our titanium white, a little bit of our madder carmine color, down onto the brush. Kind of wiggle it, push it back up in, bend those bristles. Flip it over, push it again, bend the bristles. It literally forces paint up to the front. Now, let's say from underneath the mist, we got a little bit of pinky grass out there, right? Now, the more that you tap down, right, underneath, tap another little line. I'll even leave a big gap just to show you, right? Another little line. You see how they're fanning out? They're getting flatter and flatter and flatter. And then we come back into all those little spaces where there's nothing. And we just kind of tap at it and tap at it and tap at it. Now, it's never going to be perfect. You don't want it to be perfect. You want to have imperfections and little, oh shoot, we forgot to do our tree up here. Little imperfections and stuff, because that's what makes the grass, right, is the imperfections, not the perfectness of it. How do you paint perfect grass? If there's like a billion little sticks, how are you supposed to do that, right? It's supposed to look odd. It's supposed to look weird. Now, let's come into our Madder Carmine, since we're doing this pinky, purpley, bluey highlight stuff. We'll come off of this guy, we'll tap up on here. We've got moons on both sides, but let's just highlight them on this one side over here. Tap, 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 tap. The more that we tap on, right, the more it's going to cover up all of our darkness, which we necessarily don't want, right? Little things, just about half the tree in the pink, and then we'll go that back half of the tree with the purple, or the blue, whatever one you want to do. It's already got blue here, so let's go purple. There. There, we'll get that purple paint onto the brush. Tap it off the backside. Literally wherever you want them to be, right? So you got a darker side, you got a lighter side, and then just sort of in the middle, you gotta kind of roll over, just so it's not a perfect thing, kind of bounce back and forth over it. But that looks really cool, you guys. That one I'm digging. I like it. So there, one more little branch popping out, popping out. Oh, amazing. Okay, you guys, I like it. I like it, I like it. Okay, let's get back in here. And now we've got that grassy hill, right? We need to go bake up a little bit more of that grass because it got kind of dark down here because our white blended away. So we get in there, tap it in again. The more we tap it, the more it will fade away and become a darker color. Now again, you don't want to take your grass and go out of your portal. You want to keep it inside until you get to the foreground, okay? Now, let's take that liquid white again. We're literally going to do the same thing twice in a row. So you guys, at least by this one, should have already had some practice doing one like this. So your bottom one should be better. Should be. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be, but it should be a slight bit better. I'm going to take this guy, cut a little bit of that liquid white, titanium white mix, and then again, scrub it. Scrub it, scrub it, scrub it in, okay? Then we're going to take our 2-inch brush. Then we're going to pull down on this guy again, just a little. We'll get a little more than we did on that top guy up there. Pull it down, pull it down, pull it down. Take it horizontally, push it hard enough for all those little vertical streaks to go horizontal, and now you got a little bit of water, something hanging out at the bottom. Okay, and then we can decide what we want to do as far as this. We could put something here, right? We're probably going to do bushes on this side just so they don't clash with all of this crazy thickness, right? But we can put more bushes here, bring it down, put something over here, bring that down, and then all that area will be covered up by lots of foreground stuff. And if we're going to do that, you guys, we need to mix up a lot more of our plaque mix, and we need to get some more blue out. You can't make plaque without blue, guys. You just can't do it. Not gonna do it. You can't. You can't not gonna do it. Nope. 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 Okay. There we go. Boom. 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 Man, you guys are looking good today. Looking good, feeling good. Everybody's good. All right. Man, you guys are awesome. Thanks for all the follows. I appreciate you. This one, literally, coming out amazing. Quite honestly, literally. Let's see. How long have you been oil painting? 6 years. 6 long years trying everything I possibly could to make your guys' journey a little bit easier than mine has been. Right? I've struggled and tried to learn stuff and do stuff and create concepts that people want to paint, you know what I mean? I'd have to make it all up as I go, you guys. There's nobody out here teaching me how to do this stuff, which just proves that you can do it as well, okay? We're gonna come back in here with the Paint and Josh palette. I'm gonna get our black, gonna get our crimson. You see the amount of difference? Much more crimson, much more blue than the black. And that way we can mix it down into this supremely dark pile of paint. This crazy old pile of paint over here is going to be our bushes, our trees, our foreground, everything, right? And it's just pure plaque mix. Now, I'm gonna ask you guys, should we do the bushes on this side first? Or should we do the tree on this side and then roll the bushes this way? What do you think? because we're gonna do both. So I just want you guys to tell me what to do first, right? 17,000 taps on the screen over there. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome, man. All right, we want tree, bushes, tree, then roll the bush. It seems like everybody wants to see the tree first. Oh, guys. Almost do one of those big dudes that went down. Or we can just do it with these guys too. So let's take our fan brush. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna make a little pine tree, a little gorgeous little thing, a little bit of practice for you, right? Maybe this one didn't come out so good, so now you got a chance to do it again. Come over here, out of the portal, bring it down, very lightly, very lightly, very lightly. Bang, right there, okay? Now you got this stick that goes up and out of our portal, meaning that it's at the very front of this guy. And we can come out here again, start popping on little bits of texture. I know it might be hard to see against the black surface and the black canvas. I get it. All right, we pop down, we pop out a little bit. Little things, right? Nothing out there has to be this perfect old tree. Right? So you pop stuff in, pop it out, pop it in, pop it out. None of the branches have to be the same. They don't have to go out the same distance. They don't have to look the same. They don't have to do anything. They come off of this side too. Right? Each time, you can either do it like this, right, and kind of tapping on and tapping on and tapping on, or you can do one side at a time, like old paint my gosh. I like doing this way because we can get it out there, kind of show you what it looks like, and then you might not have been able to see that one, or maybe the one you're watching might not have been able to see. So we come out here and we do it again. Pop it out. Fill in all that darkness, right? It helps push back everything else, guys. Popping up into the pink, into the lilac color, projects distance, okay? Now, let's get over here, and then we'll take our tree and highlight it all up. No, actually, you know what? Let's get our bushes in there too. Let's see how much paint. Do you think, just in your own opinion, do you think this is enough paint plus what's on the brush in order to make all of my bushes in the front? Just yes or no, and then we're gonna try, okay? Let's come out here. We're gonna pop up right, into the bright, into the stuff back there. Gotta project it, gotta push it back. Do you think we've got enough paint on the old brushery? Yes or no? What do you guys think? Because I've got an answer for you. We think yes. We think yes, yes, yeah, more than enough. You guys are wrong. Everyone who said yes, you are absolutely 100% wrong. There's no more pile left in that paint, and there's not enough paint in the brush to make it as thick as you need it to be, right? You need to have that texture. Let me get a little of our pure Prussian blue down there. Yeah. You gotta have that texture. So it needs to be goopy, meaning you have to have enough paint in a big enough pile or on the brush in order to goop it on. So when you push it and then you pull it away, it leaves stuff there and it leaves stuff on your brush, right? So, very cool. Now all I gotta do is go highlight this guy and come up with a title for it, guys. So if you can be so nice as to give Melissa, our purchaser, your title suggestion, right? Whatever you want to call this painting. And our purchaser is over on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok watching, they're going to see your comments more. I'm going to read out the ones that come through YouTube as well. So keep commenting. Let me clean off some of these brushes. And you guys come up with a title for this painting. Now it's up to Melissa. It's totally up to her because now she owns it. It's not mine anymore. She gets the title. She has to pick between all the titles. And I don't have to do it. Which just takes pressure off of me. So thank you, Melissa, for doing that. There we go. We got one more brush, and then we can actually highlight some stuff. There we go. Now, you can either use one of two brushes when you're highlighting your bushes. I mean, you could use literally any brush you wanted. You could use a fan brush, you could use your 1-inch brush, you could use the oval brush, the bush brush, the half-size round. What else makes a bushy shape? There's really much brush, really more brushes after that. You can even use the Paint with Josh 1-inch brush to make bushes, if you really want to. What I like using is the oval brush from the Bob Ross set. So, we're gonna grab our oval brush, we're gonna dip it into a lot of liquid white. I'm talking about a lot, okay? Then I'm gonna come up here. We had blue there, right? So if we got purple here, pink, and then blue, what do you think it's gonna go when we get to the bottom? Should we go purple and then pink and then blue? Or should we go purple, pink, blue to crisscross your eyes, right? At least that's how I would do it. Okay, so if we're gonna go blue, let's go pink first, because pink is the lightest color. So we'll go into our madder carmine with all that liquid white and the carmine color. We know it's gonna be in the middle, it's gonna be over here. Tap it down. Less and less and less and less as you get down to the bottom. Get darker and darker and darker as it gets down there. The more brightness that you put down there, the less you're gonna like it, I'm telling you. All right, so don't do too many things. Let's go wash off the brush, and then we'll go back, shake it into the can. We'll beat the bejesus right out of it, and then go back into our liquid white. Every liquid white, man. I'm going to our blue, and again up into the pile, right up there. That's how you're gonna get so much texture. See that? Is that piece of paint just hanging off right there? It wants to get mushed into this brush. There. All right, now we'll go opposite. That way these two don't clash as looking the same, right? Ooh, that's too much blue. There's not enough white in there. Not enough white. So it's not as bright as I want it to be. There we go. Now, again, very light-handed. Not trying to cover up too many little things, right? You get your little bluey bush. Then we'll do our little purpley bush. So again, we'll shake the brush into the trash can, beat the bejesus out of it into the bucket. And then we need some more of our purple. I have some more of our purpley color over here. There. All right. Get a little bit more of my liquid white since I'm out in my little petri dish. So we have to get some more out here. And I'll show you what this stuff looks like. It's very, very liquidy. That's why they call it liquid white. See it dripping off of the brush or off of our palette tool? It's foul, right? You could never get titanium white to drip like that if it came straight out of the tube. That's why we need this product, because this stuff helps the paint get thinner and helps it attach itself to the thicker paint much more easily than without it, that's for sure. If you don't have this liquid white, when you come up here to do your highlights, it's just not gonna work because your paint's too thick. Okay? You can always thin it down with linseed oil or odorless mineral spirits or paint thinner or whatever, but just be careful, all right? I always say, just get the right stuff. Just get the real stuff and try it out. Come in here into my purple, again mashing into the full pile so we have all that texture. It's mixing on the brush, it's getting wetter and wetter and wetter. And then we can come up here and wash down. Just like that. Just like that. One little spot right in that empty space. Oh, he's gorgeous, Dad. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Okay, perfect. Perfection, you guys. So, you guys now need to come up with a title for this painting. I think I just touched the canvas on my shirt, but it's okay. It's so hot here in Eugene today, you guys. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. So, what are we going to title this one? All right, we have one more little tree to highlight. As we do that, I need you guys to come up with a title, and then we need Melissa to pick the title. All right, and in this case, we did blue-purple, or crimson-purple over blue. So now let's do crimson-blue over the purple. Right? Just change it up a little bit. So we'll go into our madder carmine color, or your Bob Ross crimson, same thing. Just the medium paint is a little bit more wet to start, and so you get it to come off the brush a slight bit easier. You don't need every spot to be as bright as all the rest, and we tend to stay on the outside first before you feed yourself back in there, right? Because staying along the outside edge is where all that brightness is going to catch initially, right? So I like doing it that way, where we come down, Get that paint and go down around the side, then we go back up the middle. Little taps. Not trying to make everything the same. Little bits in the night. Over into our little shadowy area, just a little bit, right? We don't need too much. Then we'll take our brush and wash it off, and then we'll come back in with our liquid white again. Nice clean brush into the blue. Just like that. Tapping it on there, making it wet enough so that it will deposit off of the canvas. Crisscrossing over some of those light areas. Here we got the light back there, but the shadow over here too. They're both weaving in and out of each other. Pop the little blue bits over there, over here. Just kind of smacking against the canvas is all you got to do. Find an empty spot, smack it once. Don't try to multiple tap it over the same spot, okay? Man, that's a cool one right there. That is cool, guys. Let's take one more bit of our pink. This guy right here got a little too bluey. There. It's all about you. How do you see it? How do you want it to look? Because every time you do one, you can do it a little different, can't you? Just can't you? Let's make this guy just a bit there. That bit of darkness underneath that area. Because there was nothing there to begin with, and then it got too bright with my highlights, which can happen. Happens to me all the time, you guys. Then you can go back in, add another little bit. Now try to cover everything up. Fabulous. Fabuloso. Look at that. Okay, you guys come up with a title for this one. We're going to throw in the bird signature, of course. We're going to wash off all these brushes. Throw in the old birds. And then we're going to need a title from Melissa. So, Melissa, keep an eye on the comments. Let us know which one that you want to name your painting. And then we can do that. We can do that. That guy. Perfection, you guys. Beauty. I love doing double portals, man. Like, we forget sometimes that how cool the portals are, and so I forget to paint them until it goes for a while, and I go, man, it's been a minute since I painted a portal or anything, right? I come back and portals. So, what do we got for a title for this one, guys? Let me know now. Whew! Man, it's hot in here. Too much tequila last night. Yeah. Too much. It's making me drag butt today. Okay. That guy, that guy, that guy. Boom, boom, boom. Not to say I didn't have a fantastic time. Awesome time. Just the next day after drinking is never fun. So, okay. Yes! Come up with a title. Come up with a title. God, it's hot here. Do I need paint on my face? Probably now. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, what do we got for a title, guys? Let's hit it. Let's see. Amethyst Holloway. Is that the purchaser's decision? Let's see. Amethyst Hollow. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Let's put that up here. Over there. I'm gonna throw on the birds first, just because we don't forget. And Melissa, whenever you buy a portal painting, right, your birds get to go along the outside of the portal. So how many people in your family, and then we can toss in your family full of birdies out there that'll fly along my family full of birdies. Boom. Right, so there's my 3 in there. Signifies that it's a Paint with Josh painting, right? We can add yours up here if you like, right? Maybe it's just you, and there's only 1. We could do that. We could do 3, we could do 5. We could put some up here and some down here. Depends on how many people are in your family that you want to add to the painting. So, let us know. And that way, we can get those birds on there. Amethyst Hollow will be the child of this guy. Perfect. Perfect. So, what do we got for bird fam? How many? 6! Oh! I said 3, 4, or 5. No, I'm just kidding. We can do 6. We can do 6. We'll do a couple up here. Like this. Let's go. Flying through. Right there. Right? Get another little bit of paint. Just a little bit. You don't need too much when you're doing these dudes. There we go. Flying through the night. So, mom and dad and favorite child, and then the rest. I'm just kidding. They're all the favorites. They're all the favorites, right? Oh, look at that. That's cool. That's cool, guys. So, you guys are awesome. We have an awesome title, which I've yet to put on the back of the paint yet. I know, I realize. I realize we've yet to put it on the back of the paint. As of right now. So we'll take this guy out, pop it down, spin it around. There we go. There. All right, get it back in, secured. Boop, just like that. Come over here. And that's a signature for you right there. And I can even spell original correctly on that one. Number 1916, guys. 1,916 paintings. That's crazy. Let me spell amethyst again. 4 girls, okay. Guys, amethyst, anybody? Is there a Y in there? Pretty sure there's a Y in there. Anyone? Pretty sure it's YST, isn't it? But I don't want to mess it up. Anybody? Okay. THYST, that's what I thought. THYST. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This one was painted on 6/29 of 2024. We're all going to go to paintwithjosh.com because it's like the best place ever. Gotta head over there, see what's new, what's happening over there all the time. And then we'll say goodbye, everybody. So everybody say your goodbyes now, right? Because a lot of times my outros are very short. And we don't get a lot of time to say goodbye. So everybody over on YouTube, I love you guys. I can't wait to come back and we'll do it again. We'll do it again tomorrow, which will be Monday Night Madness. And I'm going to pop in just a little firefly or two around here. Just floating. Boop, boop, boop. Just like that. A couple little fireflies out there. Gorgeous. Don't do too many. Don't do too many. Do too many and you're not going to like it, I swear. Okay. Amethyst Hollow. Like that, guys. Looking cool beans. As soon as I can get my brush washed, I'll be back over there. These little liner brushes are sometimes the most difficult thing to wash and then dry so it doesn't get stuck together, right? That one came out really cool, guys. Really cool. So, everybody over on YouTube, I love all you guys. I can't wait. Can you see me? Hi. I can't wait to see your versions of this painting. Send it in to official Paint with Josh on Facebook. Or, excuse me. Oh, man, that dioxazine purple is very strong. Or Paint with Josh K over on Instagram. I do love you guys. I can't wait to come back. We'll do it again tomorrow, Monday Night Madness. And until I see you guys again next time, take care. Have a good day. Man, I like it.